Greetings everyone, this is the Hipster Snek, and today we're here for the final episode of Stories Untold. The last session. That's all that remains, so we're going to dive straight in. If you find yourself stuck, try to look around for clues, as we have done many times actually. In the last episode we got to do that actually by hand, so that was different. Oh, there we go. Sorry for the hiccup, everyone. Looks like we're back on track.
I think that's enough of that for now.
Oh. Well, that was sudden.
You're quite fond of this show, aren't you?
I mean, I'm enjoying the game so far, if that's what you're asking. Pretty old school TV.
Okay, come on. Let's get you down to the observation room.
Alrighty. Oh. You're moving me. I thought I was going to move me. Looks like we're dispensing with that.
This place must be starting to feel like home to you.
I've never been particularly comfortable in hospitals, to be honest.
Don't worry. Try and get you out of here eventually.
That's very nice.
Just in here.
Okay. So... that's really bright. I thought we were done with the bright lights after episode 2.
Are we through in the next room?
Okay.
Just relax and we'll get started in a moment.
Okay. Wouldn't want to have to animate faces. I've actually been told that's actually like way harder than you might expect. Oop,
Right, Mr. Asian, now are you ready?
I guess.
Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready.
Guess I'm ready now. This one, right?
This is subject 12-19-86-23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander leading, and in a room we have our patient, Mr. James Asian. As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his accident. In our last 3 sessions, James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James.
Okay.
So when you're ready, let's bring this back.
Alright.
I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. James, it's time to remember.
Oh. Hi?
Your mind. It's like a conscious black box. It can show you your memories. Look into it.
Not this again. Epilepsy warning. Oh. Hi. We're back here
In
again.
your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station.
Right?
You were isolated from the rest of the world,
Yes.
locked inside your coma. We interacted with you daily, encouraging you
Central
to wait.
operations message.
Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything really to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
I have another signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
Okay. I will see your number game. As it turns out, this is actually one of my favorite puzzles in the game.
Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this.
Code word is report. Report of traffic accident. Number of vehicles 2. Date and time of accident 2386-2205 Pleasant Hill Forest Road. 20F fatal accident. Numbered of injured 1. James Asian injured. Driver 2, Charles Hennings, deceased. Arrived on scene to discover 2 cars have been involved in near head-on collision. Mr. Asian found lying outside his vehicle with head injuries, and the ambulance is immediately called. His passenger was trapped in the vehicle in critical condition from wounds sustained in the collision. The driver of the blue sedan, Mr. Hennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver and an empty whiskey bottle in the passenger's seat. Mr. Asian was questioned on scene. He described an oncoming blue sedan. Means Sudan? Am I misreading that? Am I going crazy? No, you know what? Let's not ask questions. Being clearly out of control, which he swerved to avoid, Mr. Asian's passenger was his sister. The driver of the blue sedan is an ex-police officer of 20 years. Police officer would know better than the drink and drive, just saying. Or should. Wilson Police Department Road Traffic Accident Report. Well, we're kidding when the code word was report, huh? 20F fatal accident. Do we need to capitalize all that? Maybe. Empty whiskey. Out of control. Alright, so I think it does need to be all caps. Yep. Okay. Science proven. Empty whiskey out of control.
Find the signal, James. Listen to the voices. You have to face it, James. Finally.
7,000 FM. Whoops.
It's not like it at all. I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband. He was fine. No way he caused this. It's him.
Door
This
slams
Asian
shut,
guy.
plunging you into
He's got something
darkness.
to hide.
The light flickers on. This doesn't make sense to you. No. Step out into the hospital ward, only it seems abandoned. Your vision is blurry. Yes, it is. All of your episodes recorded to tape. This is the 4th. Sometimes they make you watch your past sessions to see what really happened. They're all locked. Time to quit. Help is here. Why not have a chat? Under stress, keep a healthy mind. 56% of people today suffer from anxiety and stress issues, up from 25% just 10 years ago. We're all anxious at times. and small amounts of anxiety can be motivational or even helpful. For others, anxiety is non-stop and causes an inability to deal with day-to-day life. Seek help now and develop positive coping mechanisms for the years ahead. Think it might be a little late if whiskey is our... Don't have that 5th pint. First steps to recovery. A traumatic accident, both your body and mind need time to heal. It's not just the victims that need help. It's the carers and parents too. NCS Wolsom's here. Home care, travel, and chaperone living in new conditions, rehabilitation, physiotherapy, and mindfulness. You tense up. Someone else is here. Don't make me solve puzzles. You won't like me when I'm solving puzzles. Or maybe you will, I don't know. I mean, I'm not great at it, but I'm not terrible either. Don't know why I'm not just leaving. Grab the keys from the office. They weigh heavy in your hand. I could explore around, but honestly that seems stupid. Let's just leave. Hello? Apparently this is not the keys to the exit. Coma ward, stairwell exit. I mean, I was in a coma, but I'm not anymore, right? So most waking moments in here. The only video they have, some horror compilation trash. Number puzzles. Can I not walk past here? Guess not. I only caught a glimpse of the room. You guess that's why there's no detail here. Oh, so I'm like actually kind of like coming to terms with what happened. It's actually been fairly obvious what happened. I'd say probably towards the end of episode 2, or at the very least about midway into episode 3, you could probably guess the twist. Another door you never opened, you don't know what was in here. Waiting area is dark, but you feel a presence right behind you? I do? No, I don't. There's no one here. This is my imagination getting the better of me. No. Someone breathes on your neck standing over you. No, there's not. See? Feel dread in the pit of your stomach. Yep. Head toward the light.
Okay, we have a 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency ward.
This looks familiar.
The other passengers died in the accident. I'm getting no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules.
Oh, that's an interesting twist.
Come on, 100 joules. Charge amp full to 10.
100 joules. Okay, 100. This one?
Come on.
Okay, chill. 100 joules. Okay. We're kind of repurposing stuff here, okay? So I have to relearn the... Oh, joules. Doesn't that seem like a little much? Ah, whatever. Like that? Or like that? I'm guessing that's correct? No? I guess it isn't.
Can we get this on the screen, please?
Oh. Oh, that's my eyeball. Okay. Got the camera running, now what? You gotta give me something to work with, Doc. No, it would be the...
Come on, 100 joules. Charging up full to 10.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's do it.
Clear.
Now I'm zapping myself.
No
Awesome.
reaction from first stage. Let's try higher.
Okay.
200 joules. Keep the amp charged at 10.
You got it, Doc. It's weird that I'm helping you in my own medical process. but
200 joules.
I'm on it,
Keep the
dude.
charge at 10. Let's go.
Okay.
Clear.
He's off, dude. They're trying to save my life. But
Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again. 360, charge full.
Alright. Full speed.
Come on, 360, hurry.
Yes, I'm doing it as fast as I reasonably can without overshooting it.
Clear. Well, would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse.
I don't think
Rhythm is
defibs are
stable.
supposed to restart
We
the
need
heart.
to
I think
run
it's
an
supposed to,
X-ray right
like,
away.
re-stabilize it. I think that's kind of a common misconception, as I remember being told.
Where are we with that X-ray? Let's get it going now, please.
X-ray, that off. So, which one's the X-ray? I forget. This one? Okay, looks like I remembered that one correctly.
Looks like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation.
Oh, that's what the
Switch
drill
on the drill,
is.
please.
Holy crap. That just got recontextualized hard. Okay. I can't
Drill,
believe...
please.
Yes, I know. What do you want from me? Drill's ready. What do you need? Different? Oh, it needed a different camera setting.
Mr. Aitchen, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great.
Thanks.
You
Oh
need to
boy.
Stay calm and try to relax while we go through these next steps.
I don't think I can stay
We're
calm
going to
looking at
attempt
that.
to alleviate some of this discomfort.
Shouldn't I be asleep for this? Ooh. Messy. Ah, this looks familiar. Looks like we're revisiting and reimagining each of these. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mom, Dad, and your sister Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in a living room, and as usual, you don't recognize a soul. Look around. The room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mom and Dad. There is a door to the hall. Go to hall. Push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have put a great big banner up across the main hall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned on almost every surface. Every horizontal surface, stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. Look around. Same as ever, stairs, door to the living room, door to the kitchen. Go to the kitchen. That's how the best parties are in the kitchen. That they do. I'm a big fan of the cheese and crackers plate. The kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table. The party is in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, though no one is eating it. Eat roast. Maybe later. Now, poo on you. You're not letting me eat anything in this game, are you? Anyway. Back around. Utility room. Writing on the wall. Jen here is signaling to you. Look at wall. Sorry, I didn't know what you're looking at. You said writing on the wall. Look at writing. Never mind. Go to Jen. You push through, apologizing over and over to get to Jennifer. You hug, you're gonna miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks you if you're enjoying the party. Yes? You know it's great, even though you don't really know anyone. She tells you to enjoy it anyway, and to loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. Okay, get Jen a drink. Pour Jen a drink and one for yourself, too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks you if everything is sorted for the big trip. Yep. She repeats herself, asking if you're ready for your trip. Yes. You tell her yes, that you have packed everything and plenty of room to spare. Go me. Another hug. Your family has really gone out of their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective. Maybe not mess up so much. She's going to miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. Enter to continue. Jen has disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding and smiling at the approving faces. There's much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first, a drink. You just had... Fine. You pour and down another drink. Anything to move the night along. Go back. But you go to the hall when you notice the utility room door is open. First, go to utility room. You weren't able to do that earlier. You open the door and peer in. You're never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskeys, ceiling to floor racks. A collector, although he does actually drink them too. There's a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card. Read card. Pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, we're so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. The bottle, 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it. With your whiskey in hand, you take it to in the room around you. There must be hundreds, no, thousands of pounds worth of drink in here. You really must thank your dad for the whiskey. Find Dad. Alright. Go back. Go, just... look around? Racks of fine wines and a door to the kitchen. Go to kitchen. Clutching your new best friend. Stumble out of the utility room back into the kitchen. There's one strong whiskey. Taking a swing, give a thumbs up to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. Look around. Busy and noisy, you'll need to find somewhere quieter. Go to the hall. Back out into the hallway. A few bumps and laughs on the way through, you make it to the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. Are you okay? She's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Help Jen. Blood's dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. Please help your sister. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Do something. Do anything. Stop failing. Oh dear.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Asian, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I am so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
Well then. You're standing in the hallway. Something had stopped you in your tracks. While searching your mind, your sister interrupts. She has her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts? Those words echo. No, I'm not good to drive. Don't understand. Talk to Jen. Yeah, we can talk in the car. Go get your keys. Walk around. Doors of the kitchen and living room lead from here, while stairs can take you up. Go upstairs? Let's call it a night, but Jen is waiting patiently. Okay, so they're not in my room. Go to living room. I must have set them down there, right? Sure, keys are in the living room. Okay, it looks like we're on the same page here, at least. Living room is a much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various guests are sat in the chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. Rose is pouring a drink at the drinks cabinet. Talk to Mom. Tears may start to appear in her eyes. My son off to America. She gives you a hug. Aww. Look around. Coffee table, drinks cabinet, one of the chairs overflowing with jackets and coats. Search jacket. Search through all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha! Car keys in the pocket. You grab both. Put on coat. I thought it was cold outside, but suit yourself. Go back. Keys in hand, you head back to the hall. This is a terrible, terrible, terrible equation. Jen thinks you're helping her out. She has work in the morning, but no one else is in any fit state to drive. I'm not in fit state to drive. This dude just upended a flask of whiskey into his mouth like it was nothing. You can handle it, though. You know the road like the back of your hand, don't you? Sure do. No. Go outside. Open the front door and walk out into the freezing night. But, no. The cold air hits you. You're glad you have your jacket with you. Oh, I already put it on. Good. There's a dusting of snow around you as you step down from the porch. Your yard extends around to the back of the house, and the car sits in front of the house. Open car door. You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you to maybe use the key in your hand. Ah. Use key. The car is freezing as you fumble around with your seatbelt. Your sister opens up the glove box and hands you a note and key that was inside. She tells you it's for when you return. Look at note. Notes from your dad and reads, "Hi son, hope you enjoy your break. I need to fire up the generator around bed to get power and lights on. Also found something in the attic for you. It's in your room. Enjoy." Car is freezing. Turn car on. Try to turn the ignition with sheer willpower despite holding the keys. You're just going to keep making fun of me, aren't you? Use key. Takes a number of attempts. Yeah, you are not good to drive, dude. You eventually slot the key into the ignition. Turn key. Turn the key in the ignition and the car roars to life. Maybe this is a bad idea. Ugh, fine. Car squeals but stays stationary. Jen starts releasing the brake, giving you a wide-eyed stare. Release the brake. Very hesitantly release the handbrake. Put car in drive. Don't know what you were trying to use. Drive. Put the car in gear and pull out of the driveway like a first-time driver. You really shouldn't be driving. I am driving very drunk on the road towards the town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? Right. Go right. You don't want to, but you better ask Jen for directions. Ask Jen. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left. Of course it's left. Go left. You turn the car left at the junction and accelerate off. Confident that you are on the right road now, you loosen up with your foot down the accelerator. Feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. Slow down. That's not what really happened, though, is it?
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
Jen is hitting your arm and yelling at you, crazy sister. Strange. There's a set of headlights coming directly at you, but really slow, like slow motion. Slow down, please. Try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. Lights merge with your car. The outside joins the inside. The whole world around
James,
you begins to scream.
Pull over. James!
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
You wake up in the car. Your world is upside down. Your seatbelt struggles against gravity trying to hold you in your seat. An impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis. Poisonous fumes spill into the car from the engines. You are in grave danger. You have to get out of here. Undo seatbelt. Sorry, I don't understand. Get out. You can't move. Your seatbelt is still in place. Use seatbelt. You release yourself from the seat. Gravity takes over as you slump onto the roof of the car. Check Jen. She's alive, but she's been hurt bad. She's trapped in the wreckage. Get Jen out. You You can't move the wreckage from around, but it would be too dangerous. Save yourself. Get out. You squeeze through the wreckage and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. Your head is throbbing. A blue car is smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You are standing, holding your whiskey, and your dad's note and flashing lights are approaching at a distance. Get Jen out. Don't understand. Open passenger door. What car? The other car, yours. My car. Open my passenger door. Open Jen's door. Open my car door. It's about that must. Open blue car door. Okay, I'm not sure if it's a butt down must or if it's just having a hard time figuring out what I'm trying to say. Read note. The note, always changing, now reads, "Get through this, James. I don't care if you want to or not." Oh boy, that escalated fast. Save Jen. Check blue car. The hazard lights are blinking and fumes are rising from the engine. Through the smashed windows you can see the motionless driver. Check driver. It's an older man. His body is slumped and his face is bloodied. I swear I can read. I know what happens. I'm not proud to do it, but I don't think the story goes on otherwise. Use whiskey. Yes, good, James. What exactly do you want to do with the whiskey? Throw whiskey away. You can't just toss this away without thinking. They'll find it and they'll come to you. Put whiskey in car. That's not smart thinking, James, is it? They will eventually find it there, and it will link to you. Give whiskey to driver. I don't understand. Yeah, me neither, pal. Look around. Crash site. Smoke billows from the crashed cars to the sky above. Exterior lights flicker on and off. Open blue car door. What car? The other blue. Put whiskey in the other car. The lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the shrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connection with the whiskey. You are then very deliberately spill the remainder of the bottle's contents on the driver, and you toss the incriminating evidence into the passenger seat. Circle of flashing lights around you, illuminating the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Speak to person. You try to talk, but you're not making any sense. Save Jen. Sorry, you're not making any sense. Please help. Go to figure. As you approach a man, the pulsating lights around you get dimmer and dimmer while the pain in your head increases. You fall to the ground at his feet.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember. It was all your fault. I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And you couldn't
Oh
even
boy.
take responsibility.
I'm just gonna
You did the
casually
right
walk
thing
away.
for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James. Say it. Tell them.
Alright. No easy
Listen
way
to
out.
yourself.
It has to end, James.
Sometimes I can watch your past sessions and see what really happened.
Do you not understand? This episode you're having must come to an end. Make it stop, make it stop. Do you remember?
How do I...
Stop the session, Mr. Asian.
Oh, hit literally any other button.
Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Asian. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect they'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Stories Untold. Admission. Overall, I think this game is immensely entertaining. I think the it was a coma / in his head thing is a little overdone. As horror things go, it's very, very, very common. It doesn't take too long at all. I think once you pretty much... Yeah, like once you're halfway into episode 2, you're already starting to see evidence that that's where the story is headed. And by part 3, they're pretty much just point blank telling you. That said, I think the way that the puzzles are presented are really, really clever and really, really intuitive. Like, episode 1 is a text-based adventure game, but it has trappings that make it more of an immersive meta horror experience, because suddenly you're in the house, but you're also moving into the house, and you're standing behind yourself. And part 2 being the whole, oh, well, we're doing this weird operation on this alien heart container thing. Part 3 being this James Asian, sessions 1 through 4. Part 3 being this puzzle game, this number puzzle, where one part of the puzzle leads into another. And then the last is him coming to terms and revisiting the 3 previous scenarios plus one additional one. Being moving around the hospital, though the area is limited because, oh, I never saw this room, therefore I don't know what's in it, therefore it basically doesn't exist. It's a very, very clever way of conveying the story in an unconventional manner. While the it's all in his head thing has been done a lot, I think this is a great presentation of that story. It's a story told well. And even then, at the very end, the title of the game doesn't even make sense till you've beaten the game, because the story Untold was James's story. which you end up telling by experiencing each of these flashbacks, which is him being interviewed, but then he's contextualizing the interview in different ways. A game from his childhood, this weird sci-fi epic, then this weird I'm far away from people in this remote region thing, and then finally coming to terms with it and having small glimpses of each delusion, but ultimately having to come to the end and finally admit everything, which we actually saw in episode 1, him finally saying aloud what happened, and then finally the how. We got the what in episode 1, but we got the how and the why in episode 4. This is really good. Like I said, a simple story told well is vastly superior any day of the week than a complex story told poorly. See Kingdom Hearts. No, it's not even a complex story. That's a simple story told poorly. Jokes aside, this is great. It's on Steam. Obviously, a link is in the description. As always, I had a blast playing through this. It was sitting in my Steam library, kind of just collecting dust, so to speak. So getting to do this for this Halloween was a ton of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the Hipster Snek, and I'm signing off for now.